All right, so anyone out there want to pick up English quick? Like just the bare bones stuff.
Essentials.
Yeah. We found this YouTube video.
Oh, yeah.
Called 33 Most Useful English Words for Beginners.
Okay.
It's basically like a cheat sheet.
Like a crash course, kind of.
Yeah. For anyone just starting out.
Right. Interesting.
And what's really cool is how they've like grouped these words.
Oh, yeah. I like categorization.
Yeah.
Keeps things tidy.
So it's like greetings to get you by everyday nouns and verbs.
So it's like they're building from the ground up.
Yeah. It's like a little survival pack.
Oh, that's interesting.
But for language.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive into this and see if they can really pull off this promise.
What price is that?
That you can have like basic conversations.
Oh, wow.
Just from these 33 words.
Okay.
So first up, we have the basics. Greetings. We're talking hello, goodbye, good morning.
Mm-hmm. The pleasantries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, you can't forget please and thank you.
Of course not.
You got to be polite.
Oh, yeah. It's funny how those are like universal. Like no matter what language.
It transcends language.
You've got a way to be polite, to acknowledge someone.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting.
It's more than just the words.
It really is.
You're establishing a connection.
A rapport.
Yeah. Like a thank you can go a long way.
Absolutely.
Anywhere in the world.
But then the video gets into what they call survival words.
Survival words.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Like imagine you're in a new place.
Okay.
You don't speak the language.
Right.
You need help.
Okay.
So think like yes, no help.
Okay, basic.
Yeah. And even like, where is the bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
Essential.
Essential.
I remember being in this market in Morocco.
Oh, wow.
And it was so crowded.
Yeah.
I was completely lost.
Yeah.
And just knowing how to say, where is the bathroom?
Yeah.
In like their language.
Right.
Was a lifesaver.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
Oh, my gosh.
It's amazing how those like simple phrases can suddenly feel so crucial.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
But the video doesn't stop there.
No, they keep going.
They dive into common nouns like food, money, time. I mean, we use these all the time. Mm-hmm. But are they really the key?
That's what I was thinking.
To unlocking deeper conversations like they're suggesting?
Yeah, because I was thinking like, wouldn't it be more interesting to
like
start with verbs?
Oh.
Like to describe actions.
Okay.
Or even feelings,
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I think we should give them the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
And see where they go with it.
Fair enough. Let's hear them out.
Okay.
All right.
So after nouns, they move on to verbs.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Eat, drink, go, come.
The action.
All the actions.
Yeah.
And what's really cool.
Yeah, what's that?
Is they emphasize using different tenses.
Ah.
Like went versus going.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something a lot of beginners trip up on.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Because mastering those verb tenses lets you talk about the past, present, future.
Right.
Adds a whole new dimension to how you express yourself.
It's like time travel.
Yeah.
But language needs more than just actions.
Okay, what else does it mean?
Needs some flavor. Needs some
spice.
Yeah. So that's where adjectives come in.
Right.
According to the video.
Okay.
Words like good, bad, big, small, all those ways to describe things.
Right.
And inject some feeling into what you're saying.
Inject some emotion.
Yes.
It is fascinating how just one adjective can completely change the tone of a sentence.
I like that.
Good is fine.
Okay.
But saying something is fantastic or terrible.
Ooh.
Now those words.
Now we're talking.
They pack a punch.
Yeah.
And the video really encourages viewers to explore synonyms like that, to expand their vocabulary.
It's like they're saying.
What are they saying?
Like, don't just tell me it's bad.
Right?
Tell me how W bad.
Exactly.
Now I'm curious. What do you think about their choice of adjectives?
Okay.
Are those really the most essential ones to learn first?
That is a good question.
Yeah.
While those are certainly common, I wonder if prioritizing adjectives related to emotions might be more impactful.
Interesting.
Think about words like happy, sad, excited, scared.
Okay.
Those tap into a deeper level of communication, allowing you to express how you feel and connect with others on a more personal level.
Yeah, you're right. Those definitely seem more powerful than big or small.
Yeah.
You put it that way.
For sure.
Okay, so we've got nouns,
Got it.
verbs, Adjectives, what's missing?
What is missing?
Questions.
The question mark.
Yes.
Okay.
They're the key to unlocking information.
Right.
And, like the video suggests having deeper conversations.
Okay.
What, where, when, why, how. Imagine trying to navigate a new city without those.
Yeah, that's a good point. I've been there.
Oh, yeah.
Not fun.
Yeah.
But it's more than just getting directions.
Right.
Those question words are the starting point for learning about anything, right?
Yeah.
It's how we satisfy our curiosity.
Totally.
Explore the world around us.
And just like with the other word categories,
Yeah.
these questions can lead to so many different conversations.
Oh, I bet.
Like just starting with where
Okay.
could lead you to discussions about travel.
Oh, yeah.
History, culture, who knows?
Right.
It's really exciting.
Very exciting.
But before we get too carried away,
Yeah.
let's take a little pause. And we'll come back for part 2 of this deep dive.
Sounds good. Welcome back. Ready to go a bit deeper with this idea.
Yeah. Are 33 words really enough for real conversations?
I mean, it's a big claim,
Right.
but
But they're thinking big.
Yeah.
So one thing they emphasize is like context.
context. Okay.
Like just taking the word good can mean so many different things.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It all depends on how you use it.
Right. Good could describe food,
Yeah,
a person's character,
exactly.
even the weather.
Yeah.
Like, it all
You
depends.
can't just memorize definitions.
Right. You got to understand how it works,
Yeah.
how the word functions
In a sentence.
in a real life situation.
Yeah. So that's where practice comes in.
Practice. Okay.
They talk about using these words in everyday conversations.
Right.
Maybe even doing like role play.
Oh, like little scenarios?
Yeah. To get comfortable.
I like that.
I actually did that when I was learning Spanish. I
Right.
felt so silly, but it really helped.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
When you use the words in context, you start to
Yeah.
internalize the nuances
Yeah.
and you build confidence.
We get that confidence.
And it doesn't always have to be formal practice either.
Oh, that's true.
They also mention listening for these words,
Okay.
like in real conversations,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
like movies or TV shows,
Okay.
like passive learning,
Right.
but you're still absorbing the language.
That's a good point.
Right.
Yeah, we're surrounded by opportunities to learn,
We are
even when we don't realize it.
all the time.
Speaking of noticing patterns,
Yeah.
I thought it was cool how they broke down the 33 words
Oh, yeah. How so?
into those categories.
Right.
Nouns, verbs, adjectives, and so on.
It's like they're giving you a framework
Yeah.
for understanding how language works.
It's like a little toolbox.
Oh, a linguistic toolkit?
Yeah.
You got your nouns to name things, verbs to describe actions,
Yeah.
adjectives to add detail. And then once you get how those pieces fit together,
Yeah.
you can start building more complex sentences.
It's pretty clever
It is,
when you think about it.
but they don't just leave you with a toolbox.
No, they give you some tips,
Okay.
like
Oh,
for practice.
Yeah.
Like using flashcards to test yourself,
oh, yeah.
speaking out loud
Uh-huh.
to get the pronunciation down.
Those multisensory approaches are helpful
Yeah.
for language learning. When you engage like multiple senses,
Yeah.
sight, sound, even touch,
Right.
it helps solidify the information.
Okay.
And for those who like a more hands-on approach,
Yeah.
they recommend keeping a journal.
A journal.
Yeah.
How does that work with 33 words?
Well, the idea is to like
Yeah.
try to incorporate those words into your entries.
Okay.
Even if it's just like a few sentences.
So you're tracking your progress,
Tracking your progress.
getting comfortable,
Getting comfortable using the words.
and making it more personal.
Making the learning process more personal.
That's actually a really good idea.
It is.
Yeah, you take the focus off of just memorizing,
Yeah.
and it becomes more creative.
Right. And I bet seeing yourself use those words correctly
Yeah.
day after day
Yeah,
would be a huge confidence booster.
absolutely. Confidence is key
It is.
for language learning.
It's not just about knowing the words.
Yeah.
It's about feeling comfortable using them.
Right.
And that confidence comes from practice, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone and
Yeah.
embracing those mistakes.
The mistakes along the way.
Oh, yeah. I used to get so flustered
Oh, yeah.
when I would mess up a word or a phrase,
Yeah.
but now I just laugh it off
That's good.
and keep trying.
It's all part of the process.
Yeah, it's all part of the learning curve.
Every mistake is a learning opportunity.
Right?
It helps you identify where you need to improve,
Yeah.
and it gives you a chance to try again.
Try again.
So don't be afraid to experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Make mistakes and have fun with it.
But before we get too carried away
Yeah.
with all this talk of practice and confidence,
Right.
let's take a quick break
Yeah.
and come back for the final part of our deep dive.
Okay, we're back and ready for the final part of our deep dive.
Right.
Into these 33 essential words.
It's amazing how much we've unpacked, even though it seems like a simple concept.
Yeah, when you first look at it, you're like, oh, 33 words.
Yeah.
But we've gone pretty deep.
Yeah. As the video points out, though, this is really just the starting point.
Yeah, it's like they've given us the basic tools.
A foundation.
Yeah. Now it's up to us to build something.
To build on that.
Yeah. And they give us some suggestions.
Oh, they do?
For continuing the journey.
Yeah, like what?
Like watching movies with subtitles.
Okay.
Listening to music.
Yeah.
Even reading books.
It's all about immersing yourself in the language, finding ways to make it a part of your daily life.
Yeah.
The more you expose yourself to English, the more natural it'll become.
That's true. I remember when I was learning Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
I started watching telenovelas.
Telenovelas?
With subtitles.
Yeah.
They were so cheesy, but
right.
really helped me kick up everyday phrases.
Right, and slang.
Yes.
And it highlights something the video touches on.
What's that?
The importance of like paying attention
Yeah.
to how these words are used in different situations.
So it's not just about knowing the definition.
Exactly. It's about how they're used.
Yeah, yeah. How does good change when you're talking about food
Right.
versus someone's personality?
That's a good thought exercise.
Right.
It forces you to think beyond the basic definition. Consider the nuances of how a word can be used.
I like that.
Right.
Yeah, it's developing a deeper understanding.
Deeper understanding.
Of how language works.
Yeah. And speaking of nuances,
Okay.
I was impressed by how the video encouraged viewers to think about the emotional weight behind certain words.
Oh, yeah, like happy and sad.
Yeah, not just happy and sad.
Yeah.
But all those shades of emotion.
Like delighted versus content?
Yeah. Those convey different levels of happiness.
Right.
Exactly. And being able to express those subtle differences in feeling is a key part of effective communication.
Yeah. It lets you connect on a deeper level.
Don't just tell me you're happy.
Yeah.
Tell me what kind of happy you are.
Exactly. And that brings us back to what we talked about earlier.
What's that?
The power of language.
Oh, the power of language.
To connect us.
To connect.
To understand each other.
To build bridges.
Yes.
It is remarkable when you think about it.
It is.
These 33 words, seemingly so simple, can unlock a world of communication.
And connection.
And connection.
I think that's a beautiful way to wrap up.
I think so too.
This deep dive.
We've explored these essential words.
From every angle.
Yeah. And it's clear they're much more than just a list.
More than a YouTube video.
A starting point for a lifelong journey.
Ooh, I like that.
Of language learning.
And discovery.
And discovery.
So now we want to leave you with a thought.
Oh, a thought to ponder.
Yes. What are some simple words
in your native language
that are surprisingly versatile
or essential for communication?
We encourage you to explore those hidden depths.
The magic within the most basic vocabulary.
Thanks for joining us on this linguistic adventure.
Until next time.
Keep exploring.
The power of words.